It was late September, around 1:30 a.m. The rain was hitting the windshield hard like tiny rocks. Jim, a trucker with over 20 years on the road, was hauling logs through northern Oregon, heading down Highway 97. This stretch of road is long and lonely. It cuts through thick woods, barely lit, no towns for miles. Jim liked it that way. Less traffic, fewer distractions, just him and the road. But that night, something felt wrong. He couldn't put his finger on it, but the air inside the cab was colder than it should have been. And the radio? Total static. As he passed a mile marker, he saw her. A girl, mid-20s maybe, standing on the side of the road, soaked, wearing what looked like a white dress. Jim hit the brakes thinking maybe she'd broken down or been in an accident. But as he slowed down, she vanished. Just like that. No sound, no movement, nothing. He blinked, rubbed his eyes. Nothing on the road. He kept driving. Thought maybe he imagined it. 10 minutes later, there she was again. Same girl, same spot, same white dress. This time he didn't stop. He sped up, his hands starting to sweat even though the cab was freezing. Then his headlights flickered, just once, and the CB radio, completely dead all night, crackled to life. A voice, not his, not a trucker, a girl's voice. Soft, raspy. "You didn't stop for me." Jim nearly swerved off the road. He yanked the radio cord out. The voice was still there. "You left me here," just like he did. Static again. Silence. He didn't sleep that night. Drove straight through till morning. Later, at a gas station, an old man heard where Jim came from and asked if he saw the girl. "What girl?" Jim said, trying to sound casual. The man nodded. "She died there, 15 years ago, hit by a trucker. Some say she walks the highway now, waiting for a ride, but she never gets far." Jim doesn't take Highway 97 anymore. Carlos had been driving from El Paso to Phoenix. It was a boring route. Flat desert, not much to see except endless road, and the occasional jackrabbit. He was running low on gas and decided to stop at a place he didn't recognize. A rundown, little truck stop with flickering red neon lights. The sign out front just said, "Gas, food, rest." Simple. No brand name, no logo. He pulled in, filled his tank, and went inside. It was weirdly quiet. No music. No humming fridges. The air smelled off, like old grease and dust and something metallic. Behind the counter was a woman with long gray hair. She didn't say a word, just stared at him as he walked past. Carlos grabbed a soda and some jerky and dropped them on the counter. The woman still didn't speak, just rang him up, handed him a receipt with no total, just the word leave. Carlos laughed nervously. All right then. He walked out, got back in his truck, and took off. 5 minutes down the road, he looked in the rearview mirror. The gas station was gone, not far behind, not faded in the distance, gone. He slammed the brakes and pulled over, heart pounding, got out of the cab, climbed onto the trailer, scanned the flat desert behind him. Nothing, just sand. No lights, no sign, no truck stop. Carlos keeps that receipt in his glove box. Just the word leave in faded ink. He hasn't found that gas station again, and honestly, he's not sure he wants to. Nate was headed through the Appalachian Mountains. Heavy rain, twisting roads, dense fog. He was hauling at night like usual and trying to stay alert. He just passed through a narrow tunnel and was climbing a hill when he noticed something. In his side mirror, a figure, standing on the side of the road. At first, he thought it was just a sign or maybe a tree stump, but as he kept glancing, the shape didn't change. It looked like a man, wearing something dark, tall, still. He glanced, again, closer now. The figure was smiling. That's when he noticed the smile wasn't moving with the truck. It was staying at the same spot in the mirror. Even though he was driving forward, the reflection wasn't. He turned to look behind him, but there was nothing on the road. Just the curve of the hill and trees shaking in the wind. Back to the mirror. The man was still there. Not waving. Not moving. Just staring. Smiling. Nate pulled over, jumped out of the cab, shined his flashlight all over the road. Nothing. He took out his phone and aimed it at the mirror to snap a pic. The screen was black, like the mirror wasn't reflecting anything at all. Then the engine cut off. Dead silence. No rain, no wind, just complete stillness. Nate jumped back into the truck, heart racing. Tried the ignition. Nothing. And then, a knock on the passenger side door. He turned slowly. No one there, but on the window, a handprint, pressed from the inside. He floored it. Didn't stop driving for 2 hours. Somehow, the truck came back to life like nothing had happened. But that handprint, it didn't fade for weeks. He took the truck in for detailing. They couldn't clean it off. Eventually, he replaced the whole window. But every now and then, when the fog rolls in just right, he says he sees the man in the mirror, still smiling,